Welcome to the Morning Spike, where we're here to talk about all the football things that are going on. We're conference champions finally in the playoffs. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Martin. Mark's going to be here soon. What's up, everybody?
Damn. Sunday. I don't even know what to expect anymore.
Yeah, no clue.
It's conference championship. They're gonna play it. They're gonna play it to the hearts. Lamar. I really hope that Baltimore makes it, but then again, I don't know. Like between the Lions and San Fran and Chiefs, my heart says the Lions, but I know that I don't know. Probably not.
F the Lions.
I mean, I would imagine that San Francisco would probably be the ones that probably beat them. They just have a better team.
I think it's the Lions' defense right now.
Yeah.
I mean, because they've been sneaking past every round, like literally just sneaking by. So the 49ers didn't look good though last week, so I don't know. And the Lions did beat the Packers, so I mean, this could be a
but
very
that was the Packers
game,
though.
Because you play each other so many times, maybe that's hard. You know, I don't know, man.
Look, the Packers, in my opinion, should never really been there.
Oh yeah,
like they were good, but I don't know.
No, they got lucky to get in, and I don't know. Jordan Love was doing well, which pains me to say. Like it like literally causes me pain to say that, but he was. You know,
we were saying that maybe if I don't know. I remember before Jordan Love, like, what if he comes in and he's just really good, and you can see glimpses of him potentially being really good.
I'd see another year. I didn't see one more year. If he does another year like this year, then we know what he is.
I've seen enough. Towards the last part of last season, there's a few games where he came in, or it was just that one game, right?
It was that one game. You only play one,
and he did really good. I was like, okay, that's them. I don't know. Like usually, a lot of quarterbacks come in one or two games after the starter gets hurt or something, and they look really good. But then it's that third or fourth game where they're like, okay, the consistency isn't there. He came back and he still did good at the beginning of the season. And then it went on a little bit of a slump, and then came back and did really good again towards the back end of the half. So I'm convinced he's okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
At least at minimum, okay. Really
he's
good.
Definitely a starter, no matter what. He definitely a starter in the NFL. I just think about Deshaun Watson was a top 3-4 QB just 2-3 years ago. Like things happen, you know. So I don't know exactly. So I need to see 2 years of. If he does another 2 years, I mean, this guy's a top 10. He's a top 10 quarterback, and they've done it again. But I need to see another year of it to really solidify it, which I hope I don't. But totally looks like it's going that way. They have a great offensive mind at head coach. I hate them so much.
Such a Bears fan, bro. But like I said, the Lions, I don't think they have enough to overtop the Niners as much as like I would like to see the city of Detroit has been praying for this day for a very long time. And I want to give it to them because you know there's a little bit of hope, there's a little bit of life, and I'm pretty sure Detroit is just buck wild right now. Like good for them. But the fact
whole
is,
city's gonna burn down now. That whole city burned down.
This is the furthest they've gone, and I love it for them. I really do, and it's kind of cool to see. But I just think the road stops. I think it stops here.
Well, I think Detroit has to do it. If they're going to do it, they got to do it now. What you had yourself?
What's up?
What's up, Mark? With Ben Johnson look like he's going to be a Commanders head coach. I feel like they have to do it now. This is their year because next year it's going to be much, much tougher. Even some of the things that we're seeing, you know, the Eagles hiring what's his name, Kellen Moore. I think that's going to be really good for them.
There's a lot of pieces moving, coaching wise. So
there's going to be so many teams that Falcons. I don't know what. I don't like the head coach hire, but I'm hoping for the offensive coordinator to be really good. But I really don't like the head coaching hire. They could have done more.
Better. Yeah. I felt like they were impatient and kind of just went with whatever. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens, to be honest. But again, I'm okay with it not being Arthur Smith. So
grade by subtraction.
yeah. So but overall, next year, there's a lot of teams that are gonna make drastic improvements. Players are gonna come back with injuries.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens are probably gonna be just as good. I don't think that they're gonna, the line's gonna improve.
I don't know. Losing Ben Johnson's going to really hurt them. That's going to be very interesting for the Lions.
Oh, I said the Ravens.
Oh, I thought you said the Lions.
The Ravens. The Ravens are going to be just as good as they are this year.
The Ravens they could be better because Lamar's getting better every year.
Yeah, but their line is also improving because they get what's his name? The dude. Oh my god, he was like a top 5 lineman pick. Got hurt in the combine.
Yeah. Oh, the one who
starts with a V.
The center
starts with a V.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
But you know what I'm talking about, yeah. He should be back. Damn,
I wouldn't be surprised he's practicing now. Honestly,
they got him in like the 5th or the 6th or something. Like
Voorhees.
Yeah. Alex Voorhees. Yeah. So he's gonna improve the crap out of that line. He was supposed to be a top 5 pick, and that so essentially, and we look at this like the Ravens have been smart. They did the same thing with Ojabo
too.
Look, Braden coming in with Ojabo. Yeah, they did the same thing with Ojabo, but no, and then Voorhees is coming in, and then if they do again with the line and decide to improve again, like I don't see why they don't go running back early.
No, they have to. I mean, why not? You have receivers, you have tight ends, you have 2 tight ends that might be top 10.
Safeties is covered. They may or may not go after a corner or a linebacker.
Linebacker is great.
Yeah, but I don't see why the running game is going to be their biggest. Like I don't think they go. They look. J.K. Dobbins is going to come back. I get it, but you can't really rely on his health. So
we know now every year he's going to get hurt. That's just what it is.
Yeah, he's going to be good.
I like Justice Hill. I like Justice Hill too. I do.
But he's not in every down back.
And do they hold on to Dalvin Cook? But they still need to go younger. No matter what they do, they have to go younger.
Dalvin Cook is done. He's done. Like if he went to the Jets and the Jets couldn't even use him.
That's because they wanted to go younger too.
So no, you're good, Braden. I see it. Wrong side, no. But yeah, what's up, guys? Michael's in here. Derby, good morning, football heads. What's up? Ravens, that's what it kind of seems like.
I would
at least from the Ravens side, yes, that's what I would like.
Yeah, I would love that. Even though I can't believe that the Ravens Chiefs game is the 2:00 game. That's crazy to me. Because that's the better game. You don't know Lamar versus Mahomes. That's prime time.
I mean, you got Brady can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the AFC game is usually always first.
It alternates. No, so it alternates every year.
Oh, it alternates? Okay.
Reason why?
Yeah, because I remember watching the Chiefs and the Bills 2 or 3 years ago, and it was probably one of the best games I've ever watched.
Yeah,
and that was at night.
Well, that was the divisional round.
So AFC, NFC always alternates in championship weekends. So that's just what happens over and over. So that's the reason why it's a 2:00 game instead of prime time. But Lamar versus Mahomes Lamar's will get another MVP. If Lamar wins a Super Bowl, do you realize we're looking at 2 pretty much, Hall of Famers at 27?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we have, and they're not. There's 4 other guys that are that good. Lamar just turned 27.
Yeah.
It's like this. This is what we're looking at. I mean, we have a decade in the AFC that's just going to be nuts. And no one wanted him last year.
I think it's because And you think of the outer's perspective of it. I think it's because they know how good he is and they know how much they're going to have to pay him.
But you got to pay somebody.
But yeah, but some teams can't afford it. Like there's a lot of teams that are like going to go for broke this year. And like, and it always comes down to like a rookie is always cheaper on the rookie contract.
Oh yeah, but you don't win. Like it doesn't happen. Everyone doesn't.
You never know.
Have to pay him.
You never know. Look at Houston.
Right.
Look at Houston.
Mark isn't a Hall of Famer until he wins the big game. But if he wins the big game, that's why I said if he wins the Super Bowl, now we're talking about Hall of Fame. I don't think
you have to necessarily win the Super Bowl to make the Hall of Fame.
I think Lamar would.
Think so? Mm-hmm. No, I think he's putting up the numbers he keeps putting up.
I don't think Michael Vick is a Hall of Famer.
Well, he had other issues. If he hadn't done what he had done, he probably would have been in there.
Yeah, they probably would have revoked it anyways. It's just the way it is. Like I understand he changed his life and came back as an awesome player still, but yeah, like I don't think that they would want that. I don't know.
No,
it is what it is.
I mean,
young man do stupid.
You have racists. You have all type of people there in the Hall of Fame. I mean.
Yeah,
I don't want to say anything. I mean, OJ's in the Hall of Fame. I
don't know.
It doesn't matter. It's just the National Football League.
I know how. Yeah, but like the NFL takes certain things to the next level. It's like the whole gambling thing. I think is stupid. Like the punishment was it's too dramatic for what it is. But yeah, people can do bigger crimes and have a lesser punishment. And that kind of plays in the same thing. Like for them, they probably look at what he did more wrong than what OJ did. Like, come on. And we don't need
wait. Allegedly, I don't know what you're talking about. Bro. The blackness in me will not allow you to say that. But allegedly, whatever you say.
No, right, and I get it. I don't know. I just.
But you say that, and I actually agree 100% what you're saying because you look what they're doing. Butte. Have you guys seen?
God. Well, that guy actually got arrested. So
yeah, so he apparently he placed over 9,000 bets in a year.
Who's this?
The Keyshawn
Boots. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From
New England.
Yeah. Including underage gambling.
Point shaving, doing all type of stuff. They have him for everything.
I did not hear about this.
Yeah, this is huge.
I did not hear about this. How does he not like? What the hell? I don't get it.
He was having other people sign in, I guess, and then he was the one placing the bets.
Yep. 9,000 in the year is 27 a day. That's nuts.
I don't look. Again, why he did it, I don't know. Knowing he shouldn't do it, but again. They're probably going to suspend him for the entire year. And
no,
he's arrested.
Lifetime ban.
What?
Yeah, he's done.
Lifetime ban.
Because his things are so bad that he got arrested. 6
weeks. Williams, right?
Williams was suspended, I think 4
games.
It was 4 games. Yeah.
There was 6, but they dropped 2.
Yeah, Jameson.
I don't know. I feel
Calvin
like
Ridley,
at some point, like
we saw Calvin. Yeah.
You should know when or when not. Like this is enough, or you're doing something bad. Like
it's to a different level, Martin.
Oh, it's to a different level.
No, I get it. I get it.
He bet He put $400,000 into the account, right? And he won something like $900,000. Like he doubled his money. Like the dude was good at what he did. So. I don't know where he got $400,000, but he like doubled his money. Like I'm
not saying specific
successful
gambler.
That
that these players should know or not. They should know.
Oh, that's not a question.
But yeah, they still do it. Yeah, I don't get it. Like they're not going to get away with it. They're not. Like I don't understand either. But whatever.
Well, I think his Sam's years too, because they said it went back to when he was like underage too.
He was 17 years old when he started.
Yeah, he started when he was 17.
That's horrible. You can't be doing that, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But anyways, today, Kansas City, Baltimore. I don't. in my opinion, the Kansas City Chiefs barely escaped the Bills. Okay. I don't see how they go past Baltimore.
They could though. I mean, they have a championship pedigree. I think that's kind of what happens when you know how to win. The hardest thing to do is to know how to win. And when everyone on your team knows how to win and they can have a good game and you have great players, they can do it. Yeah. That account was also funded by his mother's bank card. And the account username was Kayshawn Butte 01. He bet $450,000 in 2022 and lost $65,000 that year. In 2023, he bet $186,000 and lost $16,000. Wow. That's nuts. That's nuts.
Whatever, dude. He'll learn, man. Like you can't mess with literally the best. Like you make it to the NFL, you just don't do stupid stuff. You stay in your position no matter where you're at. Like if you're in the building somewhere, it's just, dude, I can't. Why?
Okay.
You're in the NFL, dude. Like, just don't do anything dumb. Like, no, there is no other job out there that's gonna pay you and take care of you that much money wise with that amount. It's stupid to me. What take did I say, Derpy? Because yours are pretty stupid too.
No,
I've heard Derpy say some crazy. Okay, Mister, I don't like Justin Fields for 3 years straight, and all of a sudden wants him in Steelers. So okay,
that's just.
This is the same guy that said Kyler Murray should go play baseball, and then 1 second later was like, "Hey, what do you think the Cardinals would need for him to come?"
That's
to
a
Steelers?
fan. That's just what a fan does. I listen to sports radio all the time, and
what take did
that's
I
what fans do.
I have not taken any takes today. What take did I say today, Derpy?
I do want to say this: Butte deposited $132,000 in the account, won $556,000, and used most of that money to make additional bets, and then he withdrew only $50,000. Like he's only withdrawn 50. He just likes to gamble.
Mm-hmm. Probably has a problem.
Yeah, he just likes to gamble. So
the one I said about the Chiefs, Derpy, they were okay. Did you watch last week? We were all Bills.
Nah,
the fact that like they were a banged up defense. Okay, we didn't think that it was gonna advance that way from what we saw. Like, had they not missed the kick, there was a lot of issues with the receivers not catching. Like Josh Allen played amazing. The problem is he did not have his weapons weren't working. Like they didn't show up today. And then the defense on the Bills kept getting hurt, which was easy for freaking Mahomes to pick off. So
what do you do now with Josh Allen? Like, man, what do you say to him? Like, what else do you tell him you need to work on? I don't know what else you tell. Like, I need you to work on.
That wasn't a take, Derpy.
Can you throw the ball to yourself? Can you throw the ball, run down, and catch it yourself? Because that's the only I don't know.
Hey, Marcus Mariota did it against the Chiefs.
That's true.
In the playoffs, threw himself a touchdown to himself.
I don't know what else he could do. He has a good defense. He has players around him. I don't know what else you could tell Josh Allen he needs to do. Like, I heard all these takes. Oh, is he a good player? Is he a great player? He is a great player. That should go without saying.
Yeah, easy. I don't.
And then the question is like, so why, why you gonna blame him? It's your fault.
He takes the blame for himself. He takes a lot of the bullets for his team. A lot of it. When he sits in that conference, he's like, "Yeah, it's me." But he never actually what's up?
Brady said, "Josh Allen is Karl Malone versus Michael Jordan."
Yeah.
That's you. You have the unfortunate time that you were playing Mahomes during the time of during his greatest of his career. It's just unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to do.
Right. Look, they are like the Cowboys. They get to the point where it counts most, and when they most need to perform, They can't. That's usually what happens every year when they make playoffs. They get to the point where the most like diehard needing team, or they need to get past that. Cowboys, I'm done with. It's been 30 years. The Bills, I still have a little bit of hope for, but
it's been longer because they're the ones that lost 4 straight AFC Championship games.
but
since
I feel like the boys
they've never been there.
Have made the playoffs more times in recent years.
I mean, Tony Romo wasn't able to do it. Now Dak Prescott's not able to do it. I mean, it's
they got Trey Lance though.
Mm-hmm. They lost. Josh Allen didn't perform. Also, there was still a minute 30 something left after that field goal. Yeah, but a minute 30 is like what? Like 2 knee downs and then the clock's done.
I will say
they had timeouts though, so they did.
Yeah, I
will say this.
Like,
so this whole thing
Josh
about
Allen didn't perform is what Derpy saying last week.
I'm going to say so. This whole take last week of Mahomes not being the best quarterback was wrong. Okay, Josh Allen is still a top 3 quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I think that should go without saying. He's been doing it year after year after year. My question is he going to be able to will his team over the hump? Even though he's played great, sometimes you have to play greater to do something otherworldly to get your team over that hump. If Josh Allen could ever do that and win the Super Bowl, Josh Allen's another quarterback where we're talking about that will also be a Hall of Famer. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and just talk bad about Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I believe he needs that one thing, you know, to get over the hump. And if he does it, we're talking to have in the same breath as everyone else. But everyone is playing at a time during Patrick Mahomes, and Mahomes is great. And that's just what everyone needs to realize. He's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until I like if the Ravens win, which we'll be talking about Lamar for years, right? Because he's obviously this is going to be a second MVP, probably more than likely. Easy top 3.
That was such a stupid play. You didn't see that?
I saw
it was an all-mad call. So
I saw it.
When you go to punt returns, when you are up right back, you have certain all-mad calls. If you see the punt safe and you don't have you have 10 guys out there, you run to the short line. It's an all-mad call. You get the ball. It's going and you're running.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened. It was an automatic call. The problem is if you really look at it, when Hamlin, once they snapped the ball, the defensive guy jumped to the outside. So instead of being the short side, it ended up being the one with more defensive players.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he didn't make it. So it was a great play by the Chiefs, even though they did make a mistake. It was nothing wrong with the Bills did. There's nothing they did that was wrong. Everything is that automatic call is exactly how it works for every team.
There was a lot of things that could have changed in that game.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Allen just was the only dude who pretty much performed. Like, he outperformed.
That were in people's hands. Like, he only threw for 224 yards, but there's 2 passes that are in their hands that he would throw over 300 yards easily. In their hands, they're like bouncing off their face masks.
Josh,
like
last week,
so he threw multiple passes there, long passes there were perfect passes, hit the guys in the hand.
And I don't even know if he had 200 yards.
I think he had 220.
Last week, no, he had more. He had a lot of rushing yards though.
Let's see.
He had a lot of rushing yards, I think, because he had that big old. I think he was like almost 70-something yards.
The only thing that sticks out to me though was like when the game
186
was on the line,
yards.
some of his decisions.
186 yards. 250 from Mahomes.
Like there was the one play where Diggs was wide open underneath, could have got the first down and kept going, and he's like, "Nope, I'm launching it down the field," and it just drops to the ground.
But wasn't that changing the philosophy? Through the first 3 quarters, they were only throwing the ball to the backs and the tight ends, and then the fourth quarter, they decided they were going to throw all to the wide receivers. And I thought that was a mistake. They should have stayed with what was brought them there, that had them in the lead going into the fourth quarter. And then they just decided to go back to what they usually do, stop throwing the ball to Kincaid. I don't understand what they were doing.
But then again, that's not on Josh. That's on the offense coordinator.
And that's what I was going to bring up. Is it time to get rid of those coaches?
Right.
Probably.
Include McDermott.
It's been what, 3 years, 4 years? And they keep doing the same thing. I think so, but I don't know who they're going to bring in that's going to be.
You don't think Pete Carroll could do that?
That's if Pete Carroll wants to even go there. He likes.
He's not going to New York.
That's my thing.
It was only California that was going to work for Pete Carroll. But I'm like, Belichick.
That is the stupidest thing. Really? Philip Rivers.
He's not the first person that said
Are
that.
You saying
I don't understand.
As in like that's not stat wise?
No, I think he's saying like always good, always making the playoffs, but never getting to the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm like. Okay, that can't be stat.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
I think that's what they're getting at because I think they're two different players.
Oh yeah, because Philip Rivers ran a 6'1" 40.
Right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're gonna give it to the QB no matter what.
They give Philip some credit. He can move in that pocket and then
only in the he can shuffle real well.
Yeah.
He can't run at all.
Freaking prayed it, man. Kadarius Toney had a baby last night. I hope he didn't drop. Jesus. They didn't fake punt to. Yeah, no. I should go to Baker. Look.
No, they didn't do it. I'm telling you guys. There's 10 players on the field. That's why they did the fake punt. It was an automatic call. If they only have 10 players, we're going to run this play.
Have a penthouse down there already.
Oh, that was funny though.
But for today, look, I'm going Baltimore over the Chiefs. I think they have an established team. The defense has been pretty good. Offense is somehow clicking with like a plethora of running backs. Even then, Lamar's the running back, so I think they have what it takes to beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs, I don't think they advance from here. Again, we'll see, because the Chiefs have the luck of the Irish or some crap. I don't know what it is. Like they just always win.
Yeah.
No matter what, they just always win.
Baltimore is my third favorite team in all the NFL, and I really want them to do well. But there's no way I wouldn't bet this game because there's no way I could go against Mahomes. I just, after seeing last week, he smacked me up around like, hey, you remember who I am? I was like, oh yeah, you are who you are. I forgot. My bad. So I just I'm expecting Mahomes to do something spectacular somehow that they end up winning. I'm hoping that Lamar wins because he's like my second favorite player. Period. I'm hoping that somehow he does it, but just I don't know.
Yeah. We'll see. Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a good sign when even Lamar came out and was like, yeah, I don't like playing against Mahomes. So you got your own best player already admitting that he's like, yeah, no, I'm not looking forward to this game.
Because he's really good. And
no, he is.
Done in the past.
He is. So I don't know. That being said, I'm leaning towards Chiefs. I don't know. I just feel like if the receivers play again like they did last week, then that defense could be in trouble.
MVS and Rashee Rice was like catching everything. I was like, okay. And Kelsey was like vintage Kelsey all of a sudden again.
Yep.
Which is crazy because like all year, like they haven't done it.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden when it matters most, they're like, oh.
Yeah, the talent's there.
Yeah. That's what we expected all year, but they just didn't do it. Like it was weird. Like even that when we were watching that Gridiron Heights where he just kept getting mad at everyone, he's like, "Why are you dropping? It's not that hard. Just it's right there." Like, you know, and it was like that. Like for fantasy, like you screw up. Like none of it was happening for you.
Nope,
at all. But
they know what they're doing. And Pacheco's going to play today, so that was the worry. So he is playing.
Yes.
everyone is pretty much healthy. I do worry about the Chiefs line. I think that could be a big problem for them. Because what was it? A left guard? Is he out? I'm pretty sure he's out because he's hurt.
I can't remember. I remember them getting banged up.
Thuney, right? Because Thuney's like the best left guard in all the game, and I believe he's out today.
And I can't remember.
I believe he's out, and if it was, I mean, that means like Vita Veda is going to have, I don't know. I think they're going to have a hard time with the middle of the line, and the one time you can beat Patrick Mahomes is when you get pressure in his face. So now we got Pierce will probably be there. Washington will have a chance to put some pressure on them. They didn't look good with that last time he was out. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
With Thuney's out, you're going to have problems. And if you get pressure up the face from Patrick Mahomes, he could have problems.
Yeah. So Thuney's out. Willie Gay's questionable. It says Pacheco's questionable, but I think he's
playing. Is what they're saying. Yeah.
Kadarius Toney's out, so that's probably a positive.
It's a win.
Chiefs.
That's a win.
Mike Edwards. I don't think anybody big on here. No, I think that's it.
But if Michael Pierce has a great game, we know why. And if he does have a great game, Patrick Mahomes is going to have a hard time today. And that's the way that they win right there. That's exactly how. Up the middle, the Ravens are great. Their linebackers are great. We've talked about Patrick Queen all the time. Talked about Roquan Smith as good as he is. Up the middle, that team is solid. Great. Yeah. And if Roquan and Patrick Queen can, just temper Kelsey a little bit, they could win this game. And I wouldn't be surprised if they won it by a lot. But I'm just not going to bet that because Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes.
That's why I can't say anything about them. No matter it's Patrick Mahomes. He's so good. He's like the magic man. And we said it every year, but I have Ravens, I have Niners. That's my final say. That's what it's probably going to be. Again, I can't say what it's going to be. If it's Chiefs Niners, I wouldn't be surprised.
How could you? The only thing that would surprise me if Detroit won, and I wouldn't even be mad really. I'm not a Detroit fan, but I wouldn't be mad at them for winning at all.
No, I think they deserve. I like what they've done so far. Is great. It's great. Good for them. It really is. Like when you see teams that don't do good for many years, and then they finally like get some type of good news. Because last year we're like, oh crap, they might make it if they beat the Packers and then get into the wild card, and then they probably would have been blown out. And then this year they're like,
their offense might have been just as good last year, honestly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They're more reliable this year, though.
100%. So, look, as for the Niners, dude, I don't know.
Is Samuel playing?
Yes, Debo is definitely playing. Okay. He's in.
I mean, even then, they got Ayuk and Juwan Jennings, Kittle.
So their entire offense is available today.
Like they
everyone, including their backups, are all there. There's no injuries, no outs, no nothing on offense at all.
Don't see the Lions escaping this, but if they do, that'd be crazy. If they beat them, that'd be crazy.
You know how the Lions can win? It's David Montgomery. That him using him as a battering ram. That's the clear way.
I think they could stop him though.
I think they need Montgomery and Gibbs to perform if they're gonna win this game.
I think Gibbs is gonna get the ball no matter what. But if David Montgomery gets 20 rushes and Gibbs gets 15 rushes and a lot, like at least 10 passes, that keeps their offense on the field. It keeps 49ers off the field, and 49ers are great at pass defense. They're suspect against run, and Detroit has a great line. So if you can do that and keep the other team off the field, Detroit could win, and they're still explosive. So they're gonna run. Amon-Ra St. Brown, run. Jameson Williams, they can do that the right way. They can win. They could.
Just take a page of what the Packers did last week. Packers were like run, and then over the top. Oh, he's open because you guys were too committed to the run.
Right. I think the hardest thing is that Jared Goff just doesn't play well away from home.
Yeah, that's my only real concern in this game would be Jared Goff.
Yeah. And then I think Hutchinson isn't going to play on the right side. And if he is going to play on the right side, he's against one of the best left tackles in the game.
Yeah, I'll put him on the other side always.
They would have to. They would have to, but then they would probably
go on that side, bud. Just stay over there.
They'd probably be on that. They'd probably put him on the opposite side, but the issue is they'll probably stack up the running backs on that side as well. So
the problem is you put Kittle over there and you put a running back because Kittle is nasty.
Yeah, he's a good blocker too. Like he's just an all around good player. He just tends to get hurt every now and then.
But he's the best all around tight end. I haven't seen an all around tight end like that
since Jeremy Shockey, and that's going way back.
That's a really good pick.
He was an all around dude.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I don't know, I can't think of anyone else because Tony Gonzalez was
good, but he wasn't like
at blocking, but he wasn't great.
Right.
Jeremy Shockey was like a fullback that had great hands too. So that I don't know if I have anyone else besides that. Yeah.
What's crazy is he's one of the very first players that I actually started watching, when I was a kid. And I remember him and then I realized he was a tight end. I was like, holy crap, that's that's crazy.
I love him in college. I love him in college. Miami. Oh my gosh, Miami during that time, I was a huge fan. Oh man, but I don't know. I mean, when you're looking at
Shockey on the same team with Gore and.
I think Shockey's a little bit young. No, actually, they might have been.
I don't know.
Gore, Taylor.
I don't know.
I think you are. Wow, because I forget how long Gore was there for such a long time.
Oh, he was, but Gore played a lot longer. I feel like
because Gore played for 30 years.
40. Yeah, I know he played till he was. Well, I think he really wanted to play with his son, and then he was like, "Oh, I don't know if my son's gonna go."
And he is. He is. It's 2 years too late.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. There was only a few players that I remember back then.
All right, Miami's offense was Jeremy Shockey, Andre Johnson.
Andre Johnson, that was the receiver. Frank Gore, I was right.
Clint Portis and Willis McGahee.
Mm-hmm.
That backfield is Clint Portis, Frank Gore, and Willis McGahee.
They didn't really have it. I don't think they had a Q. Ken Dorsey.
Yeah, it was like Ken Dorsey or something like that.
I think it might have been Ken Dorsey.
Damn, all them weapons.
Yeah, and then their defense.
It was nuts.
Their defense was
Ken Dorsey. It was 2001.
Oh, yeah, Ken Dorsey. Let's go. I don't know why I remember that team.
I don't remember that, man.
That team was nuts to me though, because I swear to God, everybody went to the NFL.
That's crazy. I don't.
And we're good. They didn't just go to the NFL.
And they were
great
good. Yeah, and they weren't just. Yeah, they weren't just. Oh, they're in the NFL. No, they were good in the NFL.
So when was the Brandon Jacobs era? Or not Brandon Jacobs. Brandon Jacobs. Big old running back for the Giants.
That's Brandon Jacobs.
That's Brandon Jacobs.
That's Brandon Jacobs. He
might
have been on a team with.
Was that
Shockey.
after?
Well, it was Miami.
Yeah.
Did he play with them at the time?
No. So no one else played because there's no other in the room. So
at that point, it was just Brandon Jacobs?
I think Brandon Jacobs was 2000. No,
he was one of the biggest backs I've ever seen, man. Or at least he played a lot bigger than what he was.
No, he was big. He was like
6'4".
Yeah, 6'4". Yeah, 260. Yeah, he was huge. Yeah, I remember him going good Lord, why is this guy a running back?
How is this?
He would have been a big defensive end.
Right.
That is insane.
No, but
I didn't think he was that big.
He went to Mississippi State or.
I remember he was big. I didn't think he was that big. Holy crap! No wonder he was so hard to pass.
I feel like he went to Mississippi State or something like that.
That's insane.
Or Arkansas. It was red. It was a red team. But yeah, no, 6'4",
was a red
260.
That's madness. You don't find running backs like that ever anymore. Like
You
that's
barely
big.
find.
He went to Auburn.
That's too
Auburn.
big.
Brandon Jacobs.
Auburn. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just remember it was a red team. That's I can't remember.
Yeah, it was Auburn.
Yeah, no, that dude would not play running back. Any coach would be like, "Nah, bro, you're going DN." Like, I'm sorry, your running back days are over. You're playing DN. You're a big dude. Like,
I feel like he played somewhere in Illinois.
Yeah, it was Illinois.
Southern? Maybe it was Southern. Did he play Southern and then transfer to Auburn?
Yeah, Southern Illinois.
Because he played defensive end and running back in
Southern Illinois.
Because who's the biggest running back right now? The one I can only think of is like Antonio Gibson, who's like 6'2".
No, it's what's his name? I don't know why I'm forgetting. In Tennessee. He's Tennessee.
6'3".
Yeah.
Oh, Henry? Yeah.
Henry.
Derrick Henry. 240 something.
Yeah. And Brandon Jacobs was an inch taller and 30 pounds more.
Mm-hmm.
That's mad.
Than Derrick Henry.
That's madness.
I believe the other receiver on that Miami team though was Santana Moss.
Yeah, that is it. It was Santana Moss.
Yeah, I was gonna say
100%.
Yeah, that Miami U team was nasty. Oh,
I know. And then you had Sean Taylor on defense.
That's not.
That'd be the only Giants jersey I get. That'd be the only Giants jersey I get.
Sean Taylor and Ed Reed.
Oh, yep. Ed Reed was there too. Yep.
Or Shockey. Wasn't Shockey there too?
Yeah, so all of them at the same time. Like,
yeah, you know what? No, I might get.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you remember how the safeties be Ed Reed and Sean Taylor?
Like, how do you ever throw the ball?
Because that's what Miami had at that time.
How do you throw the ball? I would run or throw the ball.
But then they had a really good linebacker too. I can't remember.
You don't know what linebacker that is?
I was gonna say, I'm gonna feel stupid because I know he was like a Hall of Famer almost. I can't remember.
Okay. Well, all right.
Brian can't either. Let's just.
I want to say the name, but I wanted to make sure before I just throw it out there.
Okay. Well, I do have some things I wanted to talk about. We are a Dynasty show. Dynasty things we talk about all the time. If you don't play Dynasty,
I'll say with the Jonathan Vilma. I almost.
It was Vilma. It was Vilma because I remember it was Will Fork in front of him. It was Will Fork in line, and then it was Vilma right there in the middle linebacker. Yeah,
Jonathan Vilma.
That's.
You imagine playing IDP with that dude,
right?
You would win every week.
Oh,
you would have won every week.
Because you wouldn't have to work. He would make every play because Vince Wilfork takes all the linemen, all the blockers coming for him, and he just go, "Hey, go make the play. Go make the play."
Did they not win the national? Did they win the national championship?
I believe they did.
I think they must have. They had to. How do you have that team and not win the?
Yeah, I think they're 12-0, and they beat like Nebraska or something like that in 2001. That was my sophomore year.
Braden also said Latavius Murray. Is he big?
Oh, Latavius Murray's on that team too.
No, I think he's saying big.
Oh, Latavius big. I was like, Latavius Murray.
No way. Yeah, there's no
40
way.
years.
Yeah, there's no way.
Okay. I have a couple trades for you.
All right.
Trades.
And I didn't like this one, but I don't understand how people are going with the option they're going. But we'll see what you guys think. So it's a super flex team.
Okay.
Ooh,
PPR.
Okay.
So super flex PPR. Got Trey McBride, the 105, and Bijan. So Trey McBride, the 105, and Bijan.
Okay. The 101 from this past draft.
What?
No, the 105.
Oh my God.
The 105, not the 101. Okay.
No, I said the 101 from last year. Calm down.
Yeah. Bijan. 105, the 101 from last year. Trey McBride.
Okay.
It's going to be a great team right now.
4.
Yeah, let's see what this is for.
Sam Laporta, the 101, and a 2025 second.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay with what? You didn't even choose which side.
I thought this was a trade. say this is a good trade or not. I think that's pretty even trade.
So it's an even trade, but what side would you pick?
I'd probably go the Laporta side.
I would want the 101.
Take the 101. You get Sam Laporta.
That's what I was thinking.
I would want the 101. Yeah.
And you get
everyone's saying the first one. McBride, the 105, and Bijan.
I get it. The upside for Bijan's probably up a little bit just because Arthur Smith's not there anymore. But I don't know. I think Marvin Harrison Jr.'s production could be better.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Sam Laporta.
But you don't know. Like, you have. See, I'm surprised. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's.
Well, see, here's the question. So if you had McBride, let's say you had Bijan. You know,
I feel like Laporta and McBride next year could be almost damn near identical. If McBride played more this year, because they had Ertz the first 4-6 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
Before he got hurt, like his numbers probably would have been a little bit more higher because like McBride was just the main go-to guy. Like,
which is funny because Ertz is now in Detroit. With Laporta.
The more talent though you have, because that's the only two good tight ends they have left, healthy tight ends. But the more talent you have, is that how much are you gonna get with McBride the following year? I don't know.
Yeah, so it's McBride 105 Bijan for Laporta 101 and a 2025 second. So
I feel like you have a ceiling with McBride, but with Laporta, you know what you're gonna get now, basically. So that's why I lean towards.
So the 105 and the Bijan doesn't really. You'd be okay with the 105 in second.
Yeah.
So that was 101.
See, and that's a good chunk of the season.
I thought you were getting Laporta the 101 in a second.
Yeah.
You like Laporta the 10 it's a 101 and yeah.
Yeah, in a second. Yeah, I like that one more.
I think they're both equal.
I think it's even.
They're pretty even. Yeah.
But I would
because Bijan is a 101. You're getting a 105, so you're able to fill in your needs still there. And McBride is a good tight end that's going to be good for a long time. He's young, so it's pretty even.
Couldn't sleep last night. I felt like I was playing again. Why? Man, I miss playing ball. The energy and the excitement of the game day is high.
It's team today, man. This is team today, the 49ers, man. Yeah.
Well, I guess it also necessitates like what your needs are. Like if you have 3 other decent running backs or good running backs, and you're like, all right, I can trade Bijan away to help my receiving core.
Okay.
Sometimes it helps that perspective.
It's still it's pretty even. It depending on what you need in that team.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like the other team probably needed a running back. And like you said, the tight ends could be a wash depending on how McBride plays.
Yeah, but I mean, Laporta probably has a higher ceiling, but McBride is good, so it doesn't even matter. No matter what, you're good. So I have no problem with either. But
you're coming in late with this one. Would you tackle Jerome Bettis or Brandon Jacobs?
Me, I'll tackle Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs.
Yep.
You have to go low.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little easier to get your arms around.
You have to get low. I think Jerome Bettis was more centered gravity, where if you went after his legs.
He's so short and so round. It's like literally hitting a tree stump. I'd rather hit someone my size. Brandon Jacobs is my size. You hit him. It's fine.
Go after his legs.
Yeah. But no, the bust hitting the tree stump. Nah, I'm good, man. That's how you break yourself.
You'd break your shoulder.
Exactly.
You'd break your shoulder.
Exactly. He's still running. Your shoulder's on his body, like just.
He's just like pulling you around. You're just like, ah.
All right. So another one is Hal. Okay, so Sam Hal for 2 2026 thirds for Mac Jones and a 2026 third.
There's nothing really exciting about this.
I don't even want Mac Jones. Like what?
I don't want Sam Howell either.
This is Dynasty. Sometimes you gotta go low, man. Sometimes you gotta go, and it's a 1 QB PPR.
If that's your only
Me,
QB,
I'm taking Howell in the 2/3.
I'm taking Howell, and I don't want Mac Jones at all.
Yeah, at least Matt Jones. At least Sam Howell proved he could play if he did get some blocking. So
yes, 2026 picks. Yeah, that's what the trades are doing. That's what they're doing.
I will go with Sam Howell.
Sam Howell as well.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like the upside is there.
Both of them, neither one of them is probably going to start this year. Both of them will have rookie quarterbacks there with them. That's probably going to take the majority of the snaps.
So
I
what
think
I'm
Sam
looking
Howell
at
could go somewhere though and be good eventually.
Exactly. That's
and I'm also seeing even if both these QBs don't do anything, I'm looking at the 2/3 rather than the one.
I think there'd be a team who needs a quarterback, and if the Commanders,
I'm just looking at
for Howell, they'll be like, "Here you go."
Yeah, I'm just looking at these trends, man, and people are doing it. Like, what's amazing is these are 2026 and not 2024, not 2025. Like, these are 2026. Like, this is like, bro, I don't even know if I'm being in the league then, but this is questions I'm getting, man.
I think Sam Howell's a very good backup too.
I think so too.
I just don't see you getting Drake May. If you get Drake May, then why would you even trade? Why'd you not just let Sam Howell stay there? Go ahead and get an offensive lineman then.
Here's an interesting one. All right. CMC and Diggs. Okay. For JSN, James Cook, Justin Fields, and the 110. 12-team Superflex, non-tight end premium. So again, that's CMC and Diggs, okay? For JSN, James Cook, Justin Fields, and the 110.
Give me all that other stuff. Give me Justin Fields. Give me James Cook.
It'd be hard to pass that up.
Yeah, that.
The 110.
Yeah, give me that. JSN is going to continue to get. Lockett's going to be gone one day. JSN is going to continue to ascend. Justin Fields, I feel like if he stays in Chicago, he's going to be great. If he goes somewhere else, he's going to be even greater.
Yeah.
So, I don't care what's going on with that. And JSN, I mean just Cook looks like he's going to be with Bills. They finally found. They gave him. He had 1,000 yards rushing. Finally, we finally have someone that could go be there with the Bills. That makes total sense. And as much as I love CMC, and I think he should have been the MVP this year, and I think San Francisco is probably going to be in the Super Bowl, and this will be a rematch against the Ravens. As much as I believe all that, CMC still is injury prone, and I don't know what I'm going to get out of him. So, me getting a good back in all that haul, I don't care about Diggs at all.
Oh, yeah. Like you said, everything about JSN is the opposite of Diggs. Don't know if he's going to be there. He's digressing really fast, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it will suck maybe for this upcoming year to not have McCaffrey, but I think in 2 years, you're going to win this trade completely.
Yeah. Oh, well, okay.
That's interesting.
I'd agree with everything you said there, except CMC is not injury prone.
Those 2 or 3 years that he got injured was a fluke. And he's a running back. That's just what it is. Running backs are just
like,
that.
He went to a team where players drop like flies, and he's the only one who's been surviving. Everyone else is still dropping.
Right.
Don't be butthurt because he cost the Middle Blocks League. I am mad. I'm holding that grudge. That's funny. He really
By the
did.
way, that jersey's coming in. That jersey's coming in. All right, here's an interesting one.
And I'm the Josh Allen of a fantasy football, apparently. Just always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Anything that's on the line, I just can't win.
Holy hell. All right, this one's interesting. Jacobs and the 201 for the 106.
Josh, 201 for the 106. How deep is the league?
10. Superflex 10 team.
So you just got to basically give up Josh Jacobs to go up.
Yeah, but you gain like you gain Josh Jacobs and you get 201, which is like a 201 is your side, like early second.
If I was the 106,
like the 11th pick, basically.
If I was the 106, I would trade down. I would trade down and take Josh Jacobs and the pick.
Right.
I would trade down.
But I think that's even. Jacobs may or may not be on a downhill from here on out. I don't know. We don't know if Raiders are gonna. I don't know.
And here's my logic though with that. I look at the running backs this year. I don't see any first round talent in running back this year.
Mm-hmm.
So if I am running back deficient and I trade down 5 spots to get me Josh Jacobs, who is now RB1, and I still get a 201 now, that means I've upgraded myself and still could get a decent player in the second round.
Because Jacobs are going to have at least a year or two.
2 years is what I'm thinking.
Like
at least 2 years. And then you can draft a young guy who is not worth the 106 because I need running backs.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
I don't know about that.
They're not giving you the 110 for a 32-year-old wide receiver.
From his Stanford days through his usage this year. And hey, I'm glad he missed that time because I took all those carries off him, so he wasn't even washed by that time he got to us.
Rasta, you're not wrong. My thing is running backs still only have a short shelf life. So you have to continue to try to get as much as you can.
Every year goes by, I worry about him more and more and more. He's still good. He's like Derrick Henry for me right now. Like, he's still good. It's just the numbers may or may, like, CMC's not at Derrick Henry's point. And we've already mentioned this 2 years ago that Derrick Henry was going to have a little decline, which we've seen already. 2 years ago, he was amazing. Then the year after that, you could see a little bit of decline. And then this year, I was like, okay, you can still see this decline. And now he's getting benched over Tajay. So it's like, okay, like Henry's career is.
No, he's going somewhere. He'll be great for another year.
Like he's
going to go somewhere and start.
To me, he's always going to be the king, but his time.
He's going to start somewhere.
It's coming though. It's coming.
He has 1 year in him. Like, I want to be surprised if Derrick Henry goes.
Of course, I said everything I agree with except for the
injury prone part. I think that's the fandom in you that's saying that. But that's also not saying that CMC is not the best running back in the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's easy, but you have to, especially when you talk about Dynasty, you want to get out a year early. Basically, you want to trade at the top of your value. Get out a year early and get younger players and opportunities to get another player like that. So, doing it a year early, it's okay.
All right. So this one's another one. Hold on before I read this one. Yeah, I agree with that. Do it a year or two early.
That's what I did with Henry. Got rid of him.
Yeah, no, and I remember like preaching that to you like months, and you didn't like it, and then you did it, which I'm proud, like, because you saw the production hasn't been the same since that. You had the best Derrick Henry at the time when he was on your roster, but no, like you've bitten the bullet. I think you played him, and he had like 20-30 points on your ass.
Yeah, he had almost 40 points when he played me.
Right. Fun. So, but
that was the only game he really did anything to that year.
And that's the thing. Like, that's Dynasty. Like, it happens. But you now don't have to worry about him anymore. You know he's on the decline. It's like, all right, how much? What did you give?
You know what's funny? You know who was the second leading rusher this season?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry is still the second leading rusher in all the NFL.
Yeah, but okay,
so it's like I think what it is that
his
you're
numbers
also
weren't Derrick Henry numbers.
But you made a trade, you got some more value for it, and then the person you traded with is going to be happy with the trade. So now you have a good trade partner back and forth now too. So I think like it wins on multiple levels. You don't always want to screw the other person.
Yeah, well, no, because it actually worked out because I got Kyler Murray, and then I sent Kyler Murray back to that guy.
So what was the trade off of there?
So I got rid of Watson, Henry.
Like if you take both trades, like throughout the entire what you've done through the dynasty, like with that specific person, because it was the same owner, I know that.
Yeah. So I originally traded Watson, Henry in a first, and I got Chubb and Murray, and then I flipped him back Murray.
Did you get Connor too?
No, that was a different trade.
Okay.
And then I flipped Murray back to him for a first and a second in this year's draft.
Or was Henry involved? Wait.
Henry was in the original trade. I gave up Henry, Watson, Deshaun Watson, and a first.
Okay, so my bad. I missed that part. Okay.
Yeah, and I got Murray and Chubb.
Essentially, what overall you had? What 2 or 3? You had two firsts.
And then I basically got my first back because I traded a Murray back.
But you just swapped picks. It wasn't even that much of a.
So I gained a second though. Okay. I got a second in this draft.
All right. Dynasty's crazy. I'm telling you guys need to do it. Either if it's just offense, but like IDP should be interesting as well if you do it. But let's see. So I got another one. It's a 12-team super flex PPR. Half point tight end premium. So meaning they get the PPR on top of the half. So it's 1.5 for them. Okay. So it's a tight end premium. He's given up Pitts and a 111.
Okay.
And he gets Jacobs and Andrews.
Man, I got almost all those players.
That's winning. I think that's winning.
Yeah, you do.
I think that's winning.
So Pitts and the 111 for Jacobs and Andrews? I would do that.
Yes.
Yeah, in the second.
I think the Jacobs and Andrews sides.
I didn't say second.
No, I'll do that in the second.
Oh, okay.
Jacobs and Andrews, give me that.
I don't know. There's a lot of Jacobs. Jacobs is moving. There's a lot of Jacobs moving.
It's kind of like the last trade too, though, where it's like, oh, Kyle Pitts might get used more, but you just don't know.
Yeah, I'm not going to go off of maybe. You know, I know Andrews is going to be good.
Right.
I know Andrews is only 28 years old. I know that's going to work out for me. And Jacobs versus a 111. That's kind of where you at. Jacobs, as we said, these running backs are not good this year. If you have a need at running back, you're not going to get it in the first round this year. Thus, if I'm getting Josh Jacobs for the 11, I'm okay. And I got a better tight end. Give it to me.
Okay.
Oh, Sleeper said 20 minutes ago, Ben Johnson to be announced Washington Commanders next week.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Yeah, I saw this. So Ben Johnson will be Washington Commanders head coach. What's it? Zach Robinson from the Rams is the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta. Oh my God.
Good line. The Hawks.
The Hawks.
The Atlanta Hawks have a new offense coordinator, guys.
So the Falcons now have Zach Robinson.
Yeah.
Who's the passing game coordinator for the Rams, right?
Yes. Yeah. So
not terrible.
If they it could change. If they bring in the QB, like specifically we're talking about that trade right there, it could benefit Pitts. Because essentially that dude's like a receiver, man.
Dude, if Justin Fields goes to Atlanta, I don't want that. I want Justin Fields at home. But if he does go to Atlanta, Kyle Pitts is going to be the most benefited guy out there.
You know, now that you bring that up,
Justin Fields loves tight ends.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Name your price, whatever they do. I don't care.
Can I get like triple tight ends so when I draft Bowers, I can play all three of them? No?
You're already bad enough with your double tight. No, get out. Could you see Justin Fields going to the Patriots?
No.
They need They need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know what, because it's not Belichick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They need a quarterback. Would they make the move for Justin Fields, essentially swapping first, giving them next year's first? They got a quarterback who's, They need a quarterback, right? So could you see the Patriots going after him?
The reason I say no is because if you're swapping first, are you talking about going back down to 9 then? So the Bears get the first and third?
Nah, probably next year's or something.
Because, I mean, if the Bears are not going to give up a chance to draft
it's
capital
up to you.
this year.
It's up to you. I'm just saying it's up to you. I said, name your price or whatever the hell the pay. But could you see the Patriots actually making that move? And I was thinking about this. I'm like, we all know they're going to go after QB. And we all know if the Bears get Caleb or not,
they have to trade Justin Fields.
Right. Could we see Justin going to the Patriots?
I think
it's not out of the realm of possibility.
I think Ryan Poles loves Justin Fields. So the only way this happens if Justin Fields is going to go to a team that he's going to get to choose, as long as he gets Ryan Poles is a second round pick. So Justin Fields will want to go. His first pick will be Atlanta. You know, so with that being said, that's why I think New England will be somewhere he doesn't want to go. Knowing how Justin Fields is. Atlanta. Well, not just that, like he's very big in the community. And he doesn't fit there necessarily what they have in that community. I think that he will choose somewhere different. Mm-hmm. And that's why, and just because of that relationship they have, I believe it will be somewhere like Atlanta, somewhere like maybe even LA, somewhere that has a population that's going to, something that he will like.
The Rams? Because he's definitely not going to the Chargers.
Yeah, the Rams.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
because Stafford. I mean, he's
oh my God! Could you imagine McVay gets his hands on Fields?
Exactly. So he's thinking about with his people it will fit very well with him.
I don't want that.
Okay. I was just throwing out there.
It's a good question, and I've seen it in multiple places. But
what if Washington goes for Fields? We'll trade you the second pick. You can have the first 2 picks. You can get your quarterback and
then drop down to you guys.
We'll take 9. We'll take Joe Alt.
That would be a great play for you guys.
I'm just saying
that would be a great
Ben
play.
Johnson with
Justin Fields and you get your left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would be a wonderful job for you guys. Wow. Washington's another place I could see him playing and being happy. So yeah.
The only reason I ask is because essentially what we're all seeing is these two teams need a QB. It's a QB. They need a QB here. They need a QB there. And it's always the draft. It's always they're going to draft here. They're going to draft here if they land this, or if someone takes them, they're going to draft this. But no one's actually said, would they actually trade to get Justin Fields if the Bears did this, or if Washington did this? Like, I was just thinking about, like, what if that's because you never know.
Washington would be smart to do that. And that would make your team so much better and you have all Ohio State receivers already.
All his. Yeah, I was gonna say.
So that would be
kind of like what Mark was saying with his friends in Atlanta, but his friends would be there in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and he is a big place. He could be a big star. The league will like it because he could carry Washington. Yeah, that would be a wonderful place for him. I want him home. I want him in Chicago. But thinking big picture, knowing.
And I think by giving you the second pick, we wouldn't have to give up as much on the back end either.
Exactly. You're not even. You probably have to give us a fourth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I know we give you a little bit more, but like, not
it'll be a little bit.
Yeah.
So switch and get the first, the second, and the fourth, and Justin Fields. Yeah. I don't know what you'll do with the first and second. But I guess you get Marvin Harrison and Caleb Williams, which will make me go on to. I'll throw up with Caleb Williams, and then I'm happy with Marvin Harrison.
You could be like, we got the first 2 picks of the draft.
I don't know, but
all right. I'm gonna end it here, unless you guys have anything else.
No. I think this is time for people to go
Dynasty questions. So.
You need to get your food together. Be ready. I feel like this is my second favorite weekend, but I'm very sad knowing there's only 3 games left.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's so much that happens in the offseason. The free agency's right around the corner.
I'm excited for that to get all started too.
Yeah,
that's because
Senior Bowl's coming.
All three of our teams need draft picks and all the free agency.
Yeah.
So
we got the most money, so it's like we might make an impact. People might actually want to play for us. That's weird.
But I got one more, and I don't know about this one. So, you got Breece Hall, Condre Miller.
What's he talking about? We just said Ben Johnson's our coach.
Yeah, Ben Johnson is there.
Man, Mike hasn't even been hired yet, has he?
Yeah, I think both Vrabel and Belichick missed this cycle.
Yeah, they're still lingering.
Yeah.
Seattle.
So it's a 12-team super flex.
Seattle's still open.
So Condre Miller.
Yeah, so 12-team super flex PPR. Okay.
Yeah.
Full PPR. So again, super flex. So Breece Hall, Condre Miller. Okay. So you got yourself a 1 and a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Really good one, and we don't even know what Condre Miller is yet. You get Michael Pittman, Achan, and a 210. Yeah, I thought about this one too. It's a really good running back for it's a super flex full PPR. And I'm almost leaning the Pittman Achan 210 side.
I think it's fairly even.
It's definitely even.
If it wasn't for the PPR, I think I would have went Breece.
Yeah, I think
that's in my opinion. But again, I wanted to hear what you guys.
Achan is going to be Mostert he's not going to do this again. Achan is going to start to take this over.
Mm-hmm.
Give props to Mostert this year, man. Who would have thought he would have been so good?
I think he should have been all-pro second team. That's how good he was.
The last 5 years, he's going on the IR. He's broken. He knows all the nurses. He knows the doctors. He's homies with them. Like he hangs out in the ER, man. Like Mostert did so good this year. Who would have thought he would have been the running back one by like what was like week 8? He had like almost like the beginning of the season. Nobody thought this.
He only had 1,000 yards.
Who, Mostert?
Yeah.
What do you mean only? That's pretty good.
That's
for running back. Yeah, that's
he's behind David Montgomery.
I'm happy.
Joe Mixon.
But he missed how many games?
2. David Montgomery missed 3 and had more yards.
They started stuffing him, man.
Yeah.
He came out of the gun too fast and people started figuring it out.
James Conner missed 4 and had more yards.
Nice.
All I'm saying is
Kyren Williams missed
the fact that
5.
he got 1,000. Yeah, I know, but the fact that it's Mostert. Like we don't expect him to even get.
Mostert was the Jamal Williams of last year.
We don't expect him to get 500. He got 1,000. Like,
yeah,
good for him, man.
Playing 15 games, that's like a record for him.
Especially him. How old is he? 30, 31?
I think 30.
32. Yeah. I don't know. He's up there, man.
He's 31.
31.
He'll be 32 in April.
Has to be the oldest running back. Has to be the oldest running back in the league right now. Has to be. But yeah, again, 12-team Superflex, PPR, Dynasty.
And then, like you said, because of the running back situation in this year's draft, with that second-round pick, you get another running back.
Exactly.
And he might be good.
Well, you have a Achan there.
I know, but but I'm saying you were giving up 2 running backs.
And Condre Miller, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know yet. He was really good in college, but the fact is we don't really know.
You don't know what's going to happen with the Saints. Hey, you don't know, there's so many running backs there. There's still, you still have Kamara, Williams. Like, you don't know what they're going to do.
Williams, I'm not too worried with Condre Miller's stats. Like, I think Condre Miller will probably end up getting ahead of him eventually this year if he stays.
If Alvin Kamara doesn't continue to do what he does.
No, I know. But he's like, how many more years he's got there?
2.
Condre Miller's barely going his sophomore year. And he did pretty good. And he's a pretty good, decent size. I liked him. Honestly, I thought he was going to get a little bit more work this year. Maybe that was the strat that they were going with. They just decided not to use him this year. and keep it safe. I don't know, because he was banged up. He came into the draft already banged up. I think he had like a groin issue or something like that. So that might have just lingered. Like, all right, we'll play you like 1 or 2 games. I remember even arguing with somebody. They're like, why? Like, it was like early in the season. I can't remember. Someone wanted to talk about Contre Miller, about how good they were or whatever. And should they start? I'm like, no. You remember that?
Yeah.
Where they're like, why not Contre Miller? I'm like, because he's a rookie. And because
you can't depend on him. You know,
we don't know what he is yet. I know that I would put 31 other running backs ahead of him.
That's true.
And that was the case. So we still don't know what he is.
There's 2 guys in Atlanta.
Right. So the PPR kind of did it for me, but a lot of people are saying no, they don't want to trade Breece Hall. And I get it. Across the board, like, no, don't do it. Like, dude,
I would do it because I think a Chan is enough.
Everyone in this chat said no. Absolutely no. And I might actually just put a yes. Just stir the pot. Stir the pot, say yes, and see. And there's even not even a question. Hell no. I'm like, I think that's a valid question.
I think so too.
Pittman, a Chan, and a 210, and it's a full PPR.
Because you could replace that running back. So you get 2 running backs, and you have Pittman, who's a PPR machine, who's young, and it looks like they're going to try to resign.
Yeah. I just thought it was fascinating that everybody said no. Like, absolutely. Like,
I think you're doing it by name value. You're doing it by name value instead of thinking about what was really good for your.
Because for PPR, man, Pittman gets at least 9 catches a game. And then with Richardson coming back, you know that's going to be 9 for sure catches. So,
9 catches, 42 yards.
Yeah. I mean that's 10 points in a full PPR, right?
That is
10 points, that's a touchdown, some yards. Just saying. So, but Dynasty, it is what it is. We're going into the off season, and guys, spit some ideas to what we should do this year. You know, I have something in the chamber already. I'm thinking of just doing all IDP, but I don't know yet. It's that's what it's looking like. I don't know. Some people might even like the guillotine league we did. It involved 18 of us.
Yeah, that was fun.
So a lot of people like that. So I don't know. We'll see what I decide to do, because I don't know. Like I come up with crazy ideas, I guess. So Prime Time, what's up?
Hey, I want to tell you guys. So yes, my setup is the fact that my entire basement is pretty much empty. Everyone came over yesterday and moved all my stuff. I only got 1 shelf left. So that's why all this stuff is right as going.
I was gonna say something and make fun of you, but we just kind of got into the bread of it. So I've never seen your walls before.
Yeah, you know what? I was gonna cover them with posters, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah, it's looking kind of grimy there. This is looking a little grimy there.
For 2 weeks, I could deal with this. It's okay.
Paint it green. Put your background.
So, but yeah, no, guys. It's conference. I don't know. I want to say Baltimore and I want to say the Lions, but overall it's probably going to be Baltimore and the Niners. But then again, who knows?
All you do is watch, because I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
So again, guys, we're going to be in the forefront of Dynasty. Coaches are moving. Freaking next we have a owners meeting here soon, and then if you guys do Dynasty, I said again, we do this, we preach this every year. Watch the damn Senior Bowl. Watch the damn Senior Bowl. It's such a fun game. It really is. It's the best of the best college players, and they play their hearts out. And you actually find like the players that did relevant in like during the season were actually the best players in Senior Bowl. Usually that's how it's been as of late. So
Shrine Bowl, Senior Bowl. I love these bowl games. Really matter. You see really, really good players. You find great players. The people that play well there usually play well in the NFL.
Right. So anything else, Mark?
No, good. He's excited for these games.
All right, close it out.
They should both be good.
Close it out, Mark.
Oh, I gotta close it out. I don't know. Let's see. Let me find some things first. I don't know if I've ever done things on.
Don't worry about it, dude. I don't know, Brian. You got anything? I know you got your Tuesday show or whatever.
No, so yeah, that's what let you guys know. All right, I see you. Let's go, Bosa. I hate you, but hey guys, so we have football. We got the Panda Gritty show on Tuesday. We've been doing really, really good with the views. I appreciate that. We're definitely going to be talking about a lot of crazy things, especially all these things that are happening with these teams and all the coaches moving and whatever the hell the Bears are thinking. I have no idea. We'll be talking about it on Tuesday. Wednesday, we got Dynasty Pylon. We're going to be having a lot of fun, all the shenanigans and dancing like that in front of Mark. It's going to be Mark doing those things. And then we have the Morning Spike here on Sunday, guys. So want you guys here. Appreciate you guys in the chat. We really like you guys, adding to the show. So thank you for all this stuff. And we will see you next week. See you guys.
Later.
See you later.